The question of competency. The idea has been floating around everywhere that you have to get good at one thing. You have to really get to mastery with something that you can offer the world. And in getting in that play space where you're just jamming, where you're just flowing, where you're just allowing yourself to get as good as possible at this one thing that you're diving into, but you're doing it without judgment. You're doing it without restriction. You're doing it without rules, without just bullshit that you've put around the edges to confine yourself and feel comfortable. Instead, you're doing it in this free space. Boom. The more consistent you are, regular, the more religious you are about getting to that place and living in that place and always performing in that space without the judgment, well, eventually you get competency. And the competency comes from being in the space, getting some big problems that you have to solve within that space, so you have to be creative. And over a long period of time, the demand for your consistency, for your perseverance, for your diligence in the matter, eventually you come out a master. After thousands and thousands of hours, you come out a master. And that's what the world wants from us. We, us, we respect mastery. We respect someone who's exceptionally good at something, who knows what the hell they're talking about. If you know your shit, I'm going to listen to you. Because the truth is, I don't know my shit about everything. So whatever I'm interested in that I don't have the competency is, I'm going to the best. And everyone else like me who's looking forward and saying, wow, this life is just going to turn out so beautiful. We have all this technology and information coming at us, showing us very quickly compared to in the past who the best is, because we can really see it from a survey globally, not just in our local neighborhood. I can really tell who the best is. Now I can go to the best teachers. I can mentor under the best. I can have the best voices in my head telling me, yes, go here, no, don't go there. But that way, I don't have to make all those same mistakes myself. I can learn from someone else's mistakes. And if I want competency, the real question is, what the hell do I want to be competent in? What the hell am I willing to suffer for? What the hell is important enough to me? You can draw my blood out, just let it drip out, and watch this thing grow. Because that's what a lot of competency journeys feel like. Because it's just not easy. It's just not easy. It's easy to taste. It's easy to survey. It's easy to get in the shallow. It's easy to step inside of the puddle. But to sink into the quicksand, to let it take your breath away, to consume everything in the room, to feel the gravity of something being more valuable than your own life, it's a rarity. So when you see it in someone's life, boom, exalted on a pedestal, boom, success. They're magnetized and everything is drawn towards them. Energy, love, people. More work is going to be done around those people with that magnetic passion and discipline that has gotten them mastery and gotten them competence in something than in someone who's just dabbling. The dabbler has no friends that want to dabble with them. And if they do, they're all dabblers. You're not going to have a dabbler who's like, oh, my master friend is over here with me. No, they're a dabbler. What are you? What am I? It's a daily choice. What you don't do today, you're probably not. What you haven't picked up for a week, you probably don't. What you don't care about right now probably isn't that important. Now, I'm not saying that everything has to be in the forefront. No, but you're living in the now, in the consciousness. The question is, what am I supposed to be doing right now? What task is to be taken care of today? What am I supposed to say? Where am I supposed to step? Whose hand should I shake and who should I hug? To whom should I be real? And I also need to know when to go in and listen to myself, have some alone time, go into a space of silence, go out into the dark and contemplate the mysteries of life. Because it's mystery. Mystery of mysteries. It's all mystery, man. It's just compounding mystery. But that's what's beautiful about it. What's beautiful is that you don't know. Your curiosity will never be fully fed. Why drugs or alcohol or anything else, sex, all the wonderful things in life, right? Why any of those things could captivate and capture and enslave the hearts of man is because of our curiosity. When something feels good, you keep going after the thing that feels good. When something's beautiful, you keep going after the thing that's beautiful. When something looks good in a systematic way, when you're seeing someone get results, you go after that thing because that system looks good. You have an eye, a mind, a heart that recognizes beauty and a good aesthetic and health and life and other things. Health outside of you. When you see something healthy, you're attracted to it. When you see something vibrant, you're attracted to it. And it's a good mental model to take those things, write down what you see as the good characteristic in this thing you admire, and then emulate it. And apply those models and those systems to the thing that you want to have competency in, the thing that you want to master. Without that, though, Without taking that model, you're standing to make a lot of your own mistakes when you don't have to. Without learning from them, you're also standing to sit down on your own without knowing the best practices, without being able to get to that competitive advantage, without knowing what the best looks like, what the best sounds like, what it feels like. The very best food in the world, let's say you're talking about the very best French cuisine, probably won't be had outside of France. Is that to say it won't be? But probably not. So you have to go to the source for certain things. And when it comes to the source of your passion, when it comes to the source of where you want to be consistent, where you want to dedicate your life, there's no one to ask except for yourself. There's no place to go except into the silence. There's no place to go except the bosom of mom, to go into that all-knowing comfort that Father has everything taken care of. Until you have that faith that everything's going to be good, and until you can come from that place of constant optimism and a certain kind of pessimism that says, well, what could go wrong? Because once you imagine the worst possibilities, you realize that everything's so fucking fine. We're so far from the worst thing that could happen at all times. We're always okay. Every little thing is going to be all right. He had it right, man. Bob knew what he was talking about. The islands have this culture that's so relaxed. You go out to the islands, you go to the Caribbean, it's like island life. There's no worries. Why can't we bring that back into the mainland? How come we have to assume these worries that are all fake? They're all constructs. We're making up all this pain and all this fear using a mind that's dated for a 2 million-year-old concept of danger. I'm not running away from wolves, not on a daily basis, but sometimes my own brother, my own flesh, the rest of humanity puts on this behavior of the wolf and comes out after me, and I do have to be protected for that. It's good to read like a book like 48 Laws of Power, because Mr. Green's making some great freaking points, but a lot of that too is the dark side of art. I like the light arts. Taking life and making it beautiful, using the same things you learn in art, in painting and creation, applying it to every detail of your life, but trying to add more light, trying to grow, trying to add to those around you. You cannot do that in a great way without some form, some level of mastery, some amount of competency in the thing that you're offering to yourself and to the world. What are you going to be super fucking good at? What are you going to kick ass at? What are you going to crush? You're going to edge a line, a separation between what everyone else can do and what you can do, and realize just how freaking unique you are. You're so damn unique, so damn gifted. You have something this world needs from you. Please, let it out. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anything stop you. Nothing can. The only thing holding you, me, or anyone else back right now is self-limiting thoughts and beliefs, lies. The only sin is accepting these lies, these untruths, these things that are framing, these ideas that are framing the world to tell you that you cannot, that you're not enough, when all you are is capable and all you are is enough. More than enough. You don't have to get up off your ass to be enough, but it'll help.